everybody. Welcome to race 436 today for the NASCAR Cup Series from Phoenix. Today we'll be running the Fanshield 500. Last week in California, we edged out Alex Bowman in a photo finish to extend Chevrolet's streak of winning races to 3-0. Can Ford or Toyota stop us? Find out in 78 laps. So we did some qualifying earlier. We ended up on the pole. Scrolled through the lineup, saw that Austin Dillon was starting at the back. We'll have some fun today. Let's go racing. So, notes the race. Denny Hamlin is on outside pole. Ty Dillon had a terrible practice session. And Clint Boyer ended up missing the drivers' meeting. Must be all that Kansas City drinking. Pace car is off. Dylan Murray and crybaby Denny Hamlin lead him down, and we're green in Phoenix. Five bonus points for Dylan Murray. Heading towards turn one. Denny Hamlin. Kevin Harvick, who's been very dominant here at Phoenix in the past. Martin Truex and Matt Kenseth will round out the top five. Kenseth scored his last full-time win here at Phoenix in 2017, driving for Joe Gibbs. Look for him to be fast today in the 42. Another guy to look out for today is obviously Kevin Harvick. He's had a lot of success here at Phoenix in the past, all the way back to 2006. In fact, there was a streak in the mid-2010s that I believe went from November of 2013 to March of 2015 of Harvick just showing up and winning races here and pretty much dominating too, with the exception of maybe a handful of races here and there, such as, Newman winning in 17, which surprised everybody. Logano winning the fall race after Alex Bowman got into Matt Kenseth. And then Dale Jr. winning that rain-shortened race in 2015 that was delayed forever, which I remember that. So today here at Phoenix, so far it is Dylan Murray, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex, and Matt Kenseth, the top five. Truex is gotten by the 4. Good position. 13 laps to go in stage 1. Some track facts to note. This is Phoenix Raceway, 1 mile racetrack out in Arizona, opened in 1988. A very flat oval. A couple major features to note. The dog leg, when this track first opened, was wide open and led to a very sketchy opening. Whereas if you hit the wall, you're going to hit it incredibly hard. Coming off the 2, in fact, somebody got killed there, if I recall correctly, from that accident, because turn 2 was so open. Over the years, it was still a fairly flat racetrack until about 2010, where I'm on right now, about to lap John Hunter Nemechek, would have been considered the front stretch going into turn 1. And where everybody's on now would be the back stretch. and very flat with a curb that will destroy your car. With a very flat 384. After the spring 2011 race, this track was repaved and reconfigured to allow for multiple passing lanes, which can be a benefit, as you saw yesterday with me pulling away from Brandon Jones, but it can also be a detriment as you got to funnel up before turn 3, which is now turn 1. We'll get to that later. And if you don't funnel up, there's been several big crashes that have happened there in the past, such as when Sadler got wrecked 2 years in a row in that same spot in the fall Xfinity race. And in fact, in 2018, this track was repaved and had a lot of fan amenities approved to it, such as an expansion of turn 3 and 4 where the giant O'Reilly Auto Parts sign is. They closed in pit road, they closed in the infield, allowed for more fan access, as those who've been out there and seen races have probably attest to this. See with the giant Titantron sitting there in the infield next to the hot scorn pylon at 3. And then regarding the track, what was once turns 1 and 2 over by where the grandstands start is now turns 3 and 4. What was now turns 3 and 4 over by Rattlesnake Hill are now turns 1 and 2. What was once the front stretch grandstands is now RV parking. What was once the backstretch dogleg, which can lead to some crazy restarts and almost borderline on Pocono-esque, is now the front. Backstretch is now the front stretch. And what was once the front stretch is now the backstretch. So everything flipped. And after the spring race in 2018. So those are some facts regarding this track. As we've reached 4 laps to go here in stage number 1. As you saw early on in this race, Chase Elliott had an engine issue. He pulled off the track. Looks like his day is done. Gonna try to get by Daniel Suarez. A lap down. Send Bubba Wallace into somebody just for the sake of general GP. As another car is blowing up. That's the 77. Whoa! Okay. We're not going to get a caution for that. We're really not going to get a caution for this, aren't we? Okay. So we're pretty much done. So much for getting stage points. And Harvick, we clipped Harvick. Sorry about that, Kevin. 2 laps to go in the stage. We're going to have to pit, as Ryan Blaney's probably mad at me for what I did to him in California last week. And we're going to have to pit. We have no choice. And we'll just take the penalty because we're wrecked. As it looks like Denny Hamlin's going to go ahead and win stage 1, even after Kevin Harvick got clipped. That didn't cause a caution somehow, even though we were wrecking for several laps. Chase Elliott's retired from the race due to engine issues. And that will be the end of stage 1, by the looks of it. Sit here for a few seconds. I think I saw Ross Chastain also have some issues as well in the 77. And we're also assessing that penalty as well due to the fact that we pitted before the stage when pit road closed. And that will be it. We're going to end stage 1 in 29th. So Denny Hamlin has won stage 1. We get the wave around. That'll put us 18th with well over half the field one lap down. Green flag is back into the air. So it wasn't Chastain that had a problem. And we'll start stage 2. Ryan Blaney ended up taking the lead on that on the restart, beating everybody out of pit road. Get on Clint Boyer, and we'll go downstairs. Slide job to Josh Bilicki. We're 3 seconds back, which is good. Wow, Denny Hamlin, what happened to him? He's going backwards. 3 wide. Wow, we pushed Darrell Wallace in there. Not intended, as Suarez and Bell get together. Top 5, it looks like it is Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, and Tyler Reddick are the top 5 in the 8 car. Ryan Newman, Dylan Norway, Jimmy Johnson, Ricky Stenhouse, and William Byron will round out the top 10. Four laps complete here in stage 2. You get on to Kurt Busch for 4th. $21 to go. So I thought it was Ross Chastain that was smoking on pit road. And then when he came in on that stage end, in stage 1, I was wrong there. We got a little 4-car battle for the lead. Martin Truex is going to drop 4th. We're going to get into the 18, Kyle Busch. A little bit of contact there. Slide it in 2nd. Get into the 12, and Kyle Busch goes around. They stay green. He is far enough out of the racing groove that he's able to get the car back going. And we're going to pass Ryan Blaney for the lead. He's still sitting there, so he gets back going. Well outside the top 30. There's that blank dot sitting there outside the track. Out of turn 4. we're pulling away from the 12. Martin Truex in third, Denny Hamlin fourth, and Kurt Busch rounding out the top 5. Remember, Chevrolet started the season 3-0 after California. Can Ford or Toyota upset it, or will Chevy continue to be undefeated heading into Atlanta? Put several groups of cars another lap down. Lap Ross Chastain in the 77. I don't know if we saw too on that last stage. Joey Logano was having some issues with his car. And he was sitting around the mid-20s. And it looks like Kyle Busch is behind him. That might not end well. Then you got BJ McLeod, Alex Bowman, and Eric Jones behind as well. They're going to end up a lap down here. Lap him. Bowman. Eric Jones did get the free pass on that stage end and that caution. And that didn't last very long. He falls lap down. Logano falls another lap down. 14 laps to go in stage 2. Very clean race yesterday at Phoenix with only 6 cars finishing on the lead lap, which is very rare in this day and age in NASCAR. Could see some similar situations today. We ran caution free for the most part. Only yellow was for me wrecking, and that somehow didn't cause a caution. Chris Buescher hitting me didn't cause a caution. And believe it or not, Kevin Harvick spinning in front of the field didn't cause a caution. Get close to Austin Dillon, lap him. Clint Boyer, Christopher Bell up ahead, Daniel Suarez up ahead as well. Dylan Merwith going all the way downstairs to get by Boyer. And you can definitely see the downside of doing that. We're already drifting up the groove just from trying to go all the way downstairs past 3 or 4 cars. And Balicki is on pit road. Presumably with another problem. Ten laps to go in stage 2. Josh Balicki with a blown motor, very similar to what happened to Chase Elliott early on. In fact, I think Chase Elliott had a radiator issue as well. He plowed the back of somebody. That's why he retired from the race, causing that big jam up. And we're going to continue to lap a lot of drivers. Get to the 43 at Darrell Wallace. Move him up the track again for General GP. Lap Ross Chastain. 73 car. Wayne Howe goes a lap down. William Byron is going to be the next car to go a lap down to 24. Goodbye him. Looks like Ricky Stenhouse, Justin Haley, Michael McDowell, and Kevin Harvick are the next 4 cars. McDowell will fall another lap down. And Stenhouse almost gets turned around by me, shoving him past Justin Haley. We're going to get by him because he's basically the Cup Series version of Buckshot Jones. And Kevin Harvick just shoved his way past BJ McLeod. Wow. Denny Hamlin is taken second from Ryan Blaney. We're going to probably pit here in the next, right now actually, because look at our right front, it's almost gone. Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson get really lucky and not go a lap down. And we're going to go ahead and pit here to wrap up stage 2. Five laps to go. So Chase Elliott and Josh Bilicki are the only cars out of the race as of right now. Get out of pit road. That's where this puts us here late in this race. And it puts us just about a lap down. Here's where we just caught up to Denny Hamlin. Or Hamlin caught up to us. There's 4 laps to go. We're going to be ripping it around through 1 and 2. And, looks like the caution came out. Another yellow to end stage 2. Denny Hamlin won the stage. Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex, Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, Brad Keselowski, Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Ricky Stenhouse ran out the top 10. And then we were on the lead lap somehow, so we got really lucky. Eric Jones did not. So again, looks like Josh Bilicki was the only car out of the race along with Chase Elliott. We're going to stay out here to be in this final stage because we already pitted earlier. His car is off. Dylan Rowe, Denny Hamlin lead him down. Green flag is out. Wow, way out of the groove. Here comes Ryan Blaney on the inside to try to take second. Oh, 3 wide. Truex gets 2 of them. He's up to second. How about Brad Keselowski? We haven't heard much from him today. He's up there. 5th. Lord Nelly. Kurt Busch goes backwards. Here comes Jimmy Johnson. Final full-time season for him in 2020. He's up there in 6th with a strong run. Now I got 5 cars in one group for the lead. Martin Truex is out front. Denny Hamlin is in 2nd. Those two have had disagreements in the past, mostly off of minor stuff like restarts and other minor things, but we'll see how this goes. Murray on the outside. He's just shoved Hamlin in there. Side by side from the lead between Gibbs' teammates, Hamlin and Truex. Hamlin to take the top spot. Truex tries to go down low on Hamlin. We'll see how this goes. Hamlin shuts the door on the 19. Truex tries to look low again. They're not afraid to mix it up. Hamlin to the lead. Murray side by side with the 11. Moves Hamlin up the track. Here comes the 19. Oh! A little bit of contact there. Truex to the point. Murray to the inside, side by side with Truex. We're going to get the spot going into turn one. Truex comes back down low. Can't quite do it. Move the 5 back to the point. Hamlin is taking second back from Truex. Top 5 as it sits: Dylan Murray, Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Ryan Blaney, and Brad Keselowski ran out the top 5. Solid run from the 2 after struggling in California last week. As Kyle Busch takes away 5th from Keselowski and gets a little physical with him in the process by the looks of it. And we're already at the back of the field. By Ty Dillon, Brendan Gaughan, Timmy Hill, John Hunter, give them a lap down. This is playing out pretty much almost identical to yesterday's race, except we've had yellows that have ended both the stages. Well, yellow ended stage 2, whereas yesterday we didn't have a yellow for an accident, period. Which, compared to the past couple weeks, was impressive to say the least. $20 laps to go here at Phoenix, the Fanshield 500. Dylan Murray has put on a clinic today at this stage after battling a little bit late with Hamlin and Truex. Dylan has already ran and hid from Hamlin. Murray's put Logano a lap down. Another lap down, and he's probably going to do the same to Corey LaJoie. Curious as to what the last yellow was in stage 2. about 18 to go. Dylan Roy has put on a clinic here. He's already pulling away from Hamlin by about a little over 7 seconds now, especially with all this lap traffic really mixing things up with him. And Hamlin's pulled away from the 19 of Truex. He's way past Boyer. 14. Oh, wow. That was kind of unlike me there. So you have less than 10 laps to go here on fuel. So we'll hit next time by. Or probably next two to 3 laps. Unless it becomes so undrivable again. Like at the end of the past 2 stages. Gonna put Daniel Suarez another lap down almost as we smack the wall. Oh, 3 wide there. Another lap car. Got to get him out of the way. Split the middle with him and Suarez. Put Ty Dillon and Brendan on another lap down. As my video game driver screams that they need to get them off the racetrack. They get by John Hunter. Run into Darrell Wallace for General GP just because we can. Okay, nice save, and around goes Darrell Wallace. He keeps it straight. Nope, or not. As we get a speeding penalty there. Thought we were able to keep it green. He was able to get going. Well, he was, and I ended up cutting into pit road and getting a speeding penalty. So, did not want that. Kevin Harvick with a problem as well. What happened to him? A lot of cars with problems today. Chase Elliott cracked the radiator, Josh Bilicki blew a motor, and now Kevin Harvick's on pit road. He was one of the favorites to win today. As we're waiting out our penalty. My crew members staring at my hood. Bubba Wallace runs him over. And we're back in the race. A lap down. So Denny Hamlin has begun. 10 laps to go. This race is playing pretty similar to how it was yesterday again. Long green flag runs. Especially in the final stage with several drivers having to pit late due to fuel issues. 11 laps to go in the race. We're currently a lap down, so we need a caution in order to get back in this thing. Denny Hamlin is currently out front by about, looks like 3 seconds with me pitting over Martin Truex last I checked, because he was the guy in second when I pitted. Last I was watching, paying attention. 10 laps to go in the race, and the caution comes out for somebody. So top 10 Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Kyle Busch, Ryan Blaney, Keselowski, Kurt Busch, Tyler Reddick, Jimmy Johnson with a nice run today in eighth, Ricky Stenhouse at ninth, and William Byron rounds out the top 10. Set for a late restart. Two cars have taken the wave around. Dylan Murray got back on the lead lap. Darrell Wallace has not. Green flag. 5 to go. Dylan Murray ran all the way on the bottom to get away, and this worked. He's already ripping through the field in a couple laps. With 4 laps to go in this race, everybody up front needed this, and especially Dylan Murray and Eric Jones, who were a lap down. Oh, jeez. Sorry. A little squirrely there, getting into Keselowski. No issue. 3 to go. Dylan Murray closing up to Denny Hamlin. Here. In line, 2 laps. When we get out of turn 4, it'll be 2 to go. We'll see what Hamlin does. And 2 laps to go here at Phoenix. We're way to the top side of Hamlin. Ooh, contact. And there he goes. What a save by the 11. Murray to the outside of Hamlin, coming out of 4. We will see the white flag here at Phoenix. The contact there, side by side. We got it. Now we just need to run away from Hamlin. Into turn 3 for the final time. 3 and 4. Not going to be enough, and Dylan Murray will win at Phoenix, extending Chevrolet's streak to 4-0. Wondering what those last few cautions were. Okay, I guess we'll never know. So, yeah, this should have been a caution because I was sideways and Chris Buescher hit me, and I ended up spinning Harvick in front of the field. And if there Buescher hit me, I'm going to probably have to change settings here again. So, Denny Hamlin finishes second, Martin Truex finishes third, Kyle Busch fourth, Ryan. There's Harvick. Oh, he got T-boned too. Ryan Blaney ended up 5th, Keselowski 6th, Kurt Busch 7th, Jimmy Johnson 8th, Ryan Newman, the 2017 winner, ended up 9th, and Ricky Stenhouse finishes 10th. William Byron rebounds nicely to end up 11th, Daniel Suarez 12th, Matt Kenseth 13th, Christopher Bell with a solid run today in 14th, Eric Jones, last car on the lead lap at 15th. Darrell Wallace was the only car to finish 1 lap down, followed by Tyler Reddick, Clint Boyer, Austin Dillon, 2 laps down, Eric Almirola ended up 3 laps down. Joey Logano had a rough day today in Phoenix, ending up 24th. Alex Bowman, after being edged out in a photo finish last week in Montana, ended up 26th. And look at the list of cars. 3 laps down. Chastain ended up 4 down. Timmy Hill, 5 down. Brendan Gaughan, Chad Fincham. And so the only drivers that had issues in this race, not sure what happened to Kevin Harvick, Josh Bilicki, Chase Elliott, and Kevin Harvick had issues. Harvick, I'm not sure what happened to him. Josh Bilicki ended up blowing a motor, and Chase Elliott cracked a radiator early on after some early contact. So this gives us 2 wins on the year. Look, this should have been a caution because if you saw the replay here, Harvick was sideways. He gets T-boned by somebody. And I was spinning for pretty much 2 turns after getting hit by Chris Buescher. I don't need to fix that. Wrong trophy. Drivers of the race, Dylan Murway had the fastest lap, led the most laps. Clint Boyer passed the most cars. And Kevin Harvick got the Tough Break Award. Everybody looked to him to be strong today. So next week's races, we got a doubleheader Saturday with the Xfinity and Truck cars. Xfinity Series will be at 11 a.m. Mountain, and the Truck Series will be in at 2 p.m. Mountain. And Sunday for the NASCAR Cup Series, heading out back east to the Atlanta Motor Speedway, that will begin at 11 a.m. Eastern.